Jill Dando, one of the most baffling unsolved murder cases the UK has ever seen. A Crime Watch presenter and the nation's sweetheart coldly executed on her own doorstep. The eyes of the nation and the world were on the Metropolitan Police as they attempted to find the killer. Crime Time, the Jill Dando case. Jill Wendy Dando was born on the 9th of November 1961. Jill was always destined for the TV screen. In early 1988, her dreams began to become reality as she moved to London to start a new job at the National News. She thrived and was soon co-hosting a popular BBC crime series, Crime Watch. A cruel irony, as one day it would be her case that would be left unsolved. On the morning of April 26, 1999, Jill was returning to her home address 29 Gowan Avenue. 10:03 a.m, the postman was delivering mail to Jill's home when he noticed a man dressed in a suit with dark hair standing opposite the road. 10:08 a.m, a ticket warden was on Gowan Avenue about to issue a ticket to a blue Range Rover opposite Jill's home. As she was stood in front of it, she noticed a man in the driver's seat. 10:40 a.m. A window cleaner opposite Jill's home noticed a man in a suit on the phone pacing around the property. Meanwhile, Jill was making her way back. Her last few hours are easily traced thanks to CCTV and phone records. 10:36 a.m, she was in Ryman's buying stationery and paper. At 11:20 to 11:25 a.m, she's at the local fishmonger's buying fish fillets. Her last phone call was at 11:23 a.m. She had less than 10 minutes to live. By 11:30 a.m, Jill was on her front doorstep with one bullet to the head in a pool of her own blood. At 11:31, a call comes through her phone. It goes to voicemail. A neighbour came across Jill calling 999 straight away for help, but it was already too late. In one hand, she was still clutching her keys, and over her other shoulder, her handbag with her phone constantly ringing. The ambulance arrived and tried extensively to resuscitate Jill, but she was pronounced dead 30 minutes later at 1:03 p.m. With no clear suspects and the cold nature of the killing, police were stumped at who pulled the trigger. Jill had no enemies, no dark double life, and no secret lovers. The lack of struggle at the scene indicates she was taken by surprise and quickly. So who could do such a thing? Theory number one, Barry George, a loner locally known outcast that lived nearby Jill Dando. He didn't have a solid alibi for the day of the murder, and police were tipped about him 2 days after the murder. When they conducted a search of his home, they came across hundreds of undeveloped photos of women in the area, a few Jill Dando newspaper cutouts and a long trench jacket. This jacket was taken and photographed, then tested for gun residue. They found one particle in a pocket, and that was enough to arrest and charge Barry George. However, after a long string of appeals and new legislation disbarring the evidence from being considered, his sentence was overturned and he became a free man. Theory 2 is a brand new addition, but one that does have some weight behind it. Recently, new court papers accused Gerald Marie of using the Russian mafia to kill another reporter, Lisa Brinkworth, a BBC journalist who exposed him as a sex offender. The documents suggest a case of mistaken identity and they killed the wrong woman. So what are your thoughts? Who is responsible for Jill's death? And do you think we'll ever find out?